tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A. There's Goff. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman.
Jets, but here in Detroit, hoping to recreate the magic his father created. Brett was quite the receiver for Detroit in his day. Played there 6 years, went over 1,000 yards twice.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do something. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
It's on to punt for the Lions. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
Out and do it again, so I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
To diminish those expectations.
And that is it. Here's Rodgers to throw. Rodgers again now. And 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt.
And down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first down run, good for about 3. And this one is in down. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
On defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gone. And that is it. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
Totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
This one complete to Devin Funchess.
And they've got to find him quick.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Second down and goal. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packers defense here getting ready. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it. Break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it. Break on the football. Get there. Make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. Minutes ago, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he gets it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson. The clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll just toss it away as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly.
Play action. It's Goff. He's got it to Williams.
2 more with the Raiders. Missed all of 2020 with a shoulder injury. Trying to get back in form. Grabs one there for a first down.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Goff. That's complete. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. They'll go again to Jones. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Fights through and now a crease. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long.
Now Goff on first down. This one taken in by Cephas. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And that's caught by Williams. The give. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. They'll wind up losing a full 10. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as they line up for the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best. The advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.